Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake Its Me, and today is the Saturday check-in. If you haven't done so already, hit like and subscribe. Then head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the podcast that is updated every Thursday. Make sure you also follow me on TikTok for TikTok Tuesdays, and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and the other social medias. And check out my book, Carpe Diem Scroto, 365 Daily Affirmations, found at www.cdsthebook.com. So, how are you? Um, the last couple of things that I've done have put me in a very depressed sounding mood, and I'm doing a little bit better. There is a little bit of a silver lining for part of what has caused my depression, and I am just hoping for the best. And part of what is happening is that I had to put my car back in the shop because it's still leaking fluids. And once they did a full engine diagnostic, they came back and said that the entire engine needs to be resealed, and that it was going to cost me $4,444.73 before taxes. So we'll just round it up to $4,500. Of that $4,500, like 35 is just labor. And I'm stuck at this conundrum of, do I put money into my car and it extends the life of my car for another 5 to 15 years because I only have 167,000 miles on a Subaru Forester from 2007? Or do I say, fuck it, sell it for whatever I can and try to go get a newer used car and hope for the best? The reality of it is, I want to keep my car. I love my car. It does everything that I need it to do, except for get me out of town now. But back in her heyday, I used to be able to drive to the city and go do my own grocery shopping and go do my own everything that I needed to do without having to bother friends and family. It was such a reliable car that I would have trusted it to drive all the way down to California, all around California, and back, and not have given me a single ounce of problems. Now I don't trust it to drive me to the grocery store 5 miles away and back without some kind of overheating or some kind of other issue taking place. As long as I stay local, I feel safe with it. It's just trying to take it elsewhere that I don't feel safe. So last Saturday, I really pushed it because I had just gotten it out of the shop and wanted to make sure that everything was fine and dandy with it. And I drove it all over town, going up really, really steep hills and all this other stuff that really just put a test to the engine and the work that had been done. And in doing so, the second that I shut my heater off, my temperature gauge pegs out in the red, and I turn the heater back on, brings it back down. I'm like, okay. So anyways, I don't know what's going to happen, and I am trying to just, for a lack of a better term, because I am not religious, let go and let God. I have turned it over to the universe. I have some prayer candles burning right now. And that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother video on a whole other platform, because, I try not to talk about religion, spirituality, or politics on this channel. And I just don't want to blur the lines between all of the things. This channel has always been one that has been open and accepting of whoever and whatever. And this has just always been a channel for whatever happens to be on my mind and in my heart at the time that I need to express. And the other YouTube channels and blogs and stuff like that are more curated for those other aspects of my life, where I am able to freely talk about spirituality, where I'm able to freely talk about religion, or I'm not religion, but politics and what have you. So this is just my catch-all. And that's what Hello Cupcake has always been. It has always just been come to mind, come to mouth, unscripted, unrehearsed, one take, mistakes and all, unedited, good, bad, or indifferent video. And here we are. So all of that taking place, got a letter in the mail the other day from the Body Donation Center that has my biological mom, and beautiful card, just says thinking of you, and handwritten on the inside says, Michael, this is a gentle reminder that we are thinking of you on this first anniversary of your mother's death. We are here to help you if you need anything. Body Donation Center. I'm not going to give out the name of the center, just Body Donation Center. And it was really nice. And it has been a year almost. Like what today is. So in 14 more days, roughly 14 more days, it will be 1 year, actually 13, about 13, somewhere between 12 and 14 days will be 1 year that she's been gone. And then I also have my birthday that's coming up, which I always experience some kind of depression right around my birthday. 2 days ago was my sister's father's birthday. A man who I hated in my teen years and was able to see the error of my ways before he passed. And I realized that for all the years that he was in my life, that I made him the focus of my anger, my hatred, my malice. Take everything that you know of a moody teenager, bundle that with an undiagnosed mental health disorders and wrathful, I don't give a fuck vengeance. And that I inflicted that on this man my entire life, the entire time that he was in my life, up until the last 3 years of my life. That are, yeah, it was like 3 or 4 years. Anyways, But I forgave. I asked him for forgiveness when I came to the realization that I had been a total dick to him and that he did not deserve what I was putting on him, and that my anger was misplaced, that it was supposed to be placed on my biological mother. And what ended up happening was I put it on him. When she divorced my father, I did not have enough time to transition from being a family of 4 to a family of 2 with a grandmother who never liked me or cared for me or loved me or whatever, and him now living in the house together. And like, everything about this man pissed me off. And being an evil, vindictive, just asshole of a teenage child, I did everything, even if it meant directly affecting myself, to make sure that his life was a living hell and that he could not ever have nice things. He would piss me off and I would punch a hole in his gas can or in his gas tank. He would piss me off and I would stick nails diagonally behind his tires, so when he went to back up, it popped all 4 of the tires. I removed the fuel line and had it set to, what did I anyways, I did it. I messed with the engine in such a way that it blew up the second he turned the car on and caught the whole engine bay on fire. And he had just got done restoring that car. Um, I did bad, horrible things to him. Like, yeah. So, anyways, I don't even know where I was going with this whole story. The reason I brought it up, but I found I asked for forgiveness. I was given forgiveness, and so his birthday just came up. My grandparents' birthday are coming up in a few days of this video. I was close with both my grandparents, my grandmother more so than my grandfather, but my grandfather was always that like pillar of masculinity and like just love that I needed in my life. And very blessed to have had both of them in my life. And then, so there's just a lot going on. And I actually missed 2 of my mental health appointments because of just life being life. The one mental health appointment, my therapist, 5 minutes before our session, uh, dipped out because she had an emergency in her world. And then the next day, I was supposed to have a group session with her, and I didn't attend the group session just because I was not in the right headspace and I did not want to be triggering for everyone else. And we're not really supposed to share like too much of our own personal going ons. So yeah, it's been a bitch moving up and down this roller coaster right now and just trying to figure things out, like trying to just get past this point. And then right before making this video, I called my aunt, who I've become very close to in the last couple of years. And she told me that she has a lung bacteria infection, and that both of her lungs are only operating at 80% because the bottom parts of them have calcified. And she has declining health issues. She's got spinal deterioration. She's got COPD. She's got all of these things that are going wrong with her. All of her check engine lights are going off. And she's still got so much vitality and drive and want to that it really sucks watching this decline in her. We had talked about, before things got a lot worse for her, we had talked about taking another trip and maybe doing the Panama Canal, because she's always wanted to do the Panama Canal. Like, in her entire life of travel and jet setting around the world, she's just never done the Panama Canal. And I feel a little bit selfish in that when she asked me which of the cruises I would like to take, it was Panama, the Caribbean, like the Baja Caribbean, a Hawaiian cruise, or an Alaska cruise. I chose Alaska. And that was because my grandparents went to Alaska for their 50th anniversary, and just how beautiful everything was. I wanted to see what my grandparents had saw. I know that a lot of things had changed between, when they went in the 80s versus when I went in 2015, 2018, something like that. But I still wanted to see some of the sites that they may have seen. And so it was kind of like a pilgrimage for me, and just a way for me to connect with my grandparents. I kind of wish, though, I would have done the Baja cruise, where we would have left out of San Diego, went down to Panama, gone across the canal, and we would have ended up in Texas or Florida, and then we would have had to fly back from there. And I was being completely selfish and self-absorbed in the fact that I did not want to have to fly from Galveston or Houston. I think it was Galveston. Or fly from Florida home. I just didn't want to be on the plane for like 43 hours. And I know that that was just not fair of me also, but whatever. I don't have regrets in my life. I wonder what would have been different had I done XYZ, you know? Um, so yeah, that's what I would actually say the last couple of months, because this has really been going on since October, just kind of doing self-reflection and looking into like the what ifs and the hows of things. And that's where I'm at right now, just kind of still self-reflecting. And I made the declaration that 2026 was going to be a year of not having access to my peace and investing in myself. And so far, not much has had access to my peace. So far, I have invested in myself. At the time of this video, I have purchased well over $1,000 worth of clothing items. Have I paid $1,000 for said clothing items? Absolutely not, because I'm a bargain shopper. I think I've paid close to maybe $500 for the clothes that I have purchased, because I was like, my biggest clothing purchase was my overcoat that was $399, and I got it on like sale, and I ended up paying, after taxes and everything, it was like 80 something dollars. So that was with taxes and shipping. So, things like that. I'm getting high end clothes for bargain basement prices. And I feel good about that because I don't buy clothing for myself. A lot of times you see me in the same t-shirt that I've been wearing for 3 or 4 days, and that's just not because I don't have other clothes. It's because these are my comfy clothes. Like, this shirt used to be a daily shirt that I would wear out and about. Now it's a at home only shirt, or I'm going to the lake shirt or something like that, because it's starting to fall apart. There's big rips in it. There's things like that. I also call it my laundry shirt, because when I do the laundry, typically this shirt gets excluded from said laundry, or is fresh out of the laundry. And so, we all have those clothes that we clean house in or whatever. And this is just one of those. There, it's my comfy clothing. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to ramble on any longer, but regardless of what's going on in your life, I hope that it passes quickly, and that you give yourself grace, and that you give yourself love, and honor your struggles if no one else is going to do these things for you. Remember that you are doing the best you can with what you have available to you. And in a world full of Karens, be somebody who cares in the world, even when others don't care for you or provide you the care that you provide for them. You are worth the time, and we will get through this together. And yeah, love you guys. And I will talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.